Okay, everyone, welcome. Let me do some quick checks here to make sure that we are good and we've got good audio. Okay, so welcome. This is the impromptu live session, and I know yesterday I even told you that Fridays I like to take off, but I'm getting a lot of different requests. And so because I have the time right now in the morning for about 30 minutes or so, let's spend a little time together for some additional bonus for the diamond members. And let's kind of take a look at crude oil. So let's kind of jump back in there. You can definitely show your support by hitting that like button. And why don't you share this live broadcast as well within your friends who trade, social media, and let's get some more eyeballs on here because it's always better when we are in a community. Say hello in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and here and say hello, everyone, and we are going to get ready for the movement that will happen soon between 10 and 10:30 a.m. So again, hey everyone, welcome to the chat or welcome to the live. Go ahead and say hello in the comment area. Okay, so let's do a quick recap. Nothing is really happening with oil right now. Those of you who took this, again, this has been an over 300 point trade. Actually, where it's at right now, we are at 378 points if you held this puppy the entire time. So again, pretty cool, pretty cool on what's going on here. So let's take a look at crude oil. Okay, this is going to be our next level that we are expecting price to move to. I know a lot of you have messaged me that you're in sells and you're in shorts, but unfortunately today you may not be able to get back to your 82 area where so some of you for some reason were selling versus buying. And again, maybe you message me and you're not inside the members area. This would be a great opportunity to do so, and have that link down in the video description as well at the end of this broadcast. Okay, so we're kind of looking at what price is doing here. Now let's kind of jump down to our 5-minute time frame. Okay, come down to our time frame. So this is this Fibonacci level. Okay, and we can see that we had this. Let me grab, right. We had this up here. We came back down. We then broke, and then so now we can see that we have a little bit of a level set right here, even on the 5-minute mark. Okay, even on the 5-minute mark. So I'm going to go ahead and just let me actually mark this up right here. Okay, let's mark up this level right about here because we can see here, even though it's small, it's Friday. I don't like to trade on Fridays. This is why, but I may scalp, right, some crude oil. But right now, you should be doing nothing with crude oil. You're either in a sell or in a buy. You should be waiting. This is the next sell point up here. Okay, right around 85.40 to 85.50. This is where we should see some type of bounce back down to give you those 20 to 30 points. Now, we talk about it all the time in my group, right? Crude oil, again, especially if you have a smaller account size, you want to focus in on 20 to 30 ticks if you're on futures, or 20 to 30 points if you're inside of the Forex market like this. So I would hold off. And this is what I'm talking about right here, right? I'm going to kind of want this to look at, and let me go ahead and add a quick, for some reason I left my screen, just a quick simple moving average. Okay, let me boom here. I want to change this to a 50, right? I use the 50 as areas to get in and to get out. Let's make this white. Let's make this a little bit thicker. Okay, cool. So this right here, right, as we put the 50-day moving average, you can see here that we had price come down towards the 50-day, right? Also came down to this level and then bounced. Price came back down to the 50 and bounced. So we are not buying here. I would not buy. We're moving up to this sell area up in here. Okay, so let's kind of wait as we move up to this area up in here. If you decide that you want to short crude oil, again, I am not trading today, but I want to be able to give all of you value with crude oil. Okay, with crude oil. So again, this is the area where I would look to take my first short. So doing something like this would probably look like this. Let's do a short position. Let's go above this area here. And we're going to want this tight stop loss because we are going against the trend, right? When we're going against the trend, we want to go a tight stop loss, and we want to maybe bring this all the way back down here. So looking at something like this would be an area that you would kind of look at for crude oil. It's going to be 10 o'clock in the morning here in a few minutes. So I think we're going to see another push up, and then you decide based on your account size where you want to get in. Okay, this is would be one particular area, because if we look at the 8-hour mark, I'm going to kind of go to the 8-hour mark for a minute. I'm going to kind of go ahead and close this out, right? We see some massive candles happening up here, right? And now when we back this up, and I'm going to bring that graph here in just a minute, you can kind of see that we are about to run into some traffic up in this area right in here. Okay, we can see that right here. So again, this is why we have now broken this high, right? We broke this high. We broke this high. So, we are counter trading in this scenario. But again, this is if you're looking to maybe scalp the market. Okay. And if you look here at this 8-hour time frame, again, this is why the 50-day moving average was so important. It gave you a nice sell opportunity twice, and then it gave you a nice break and retest even on the 8-hour time frame. Okay. So let's kind of get back to our chart. Let's jump over to the 15-minute. Let's bring in our chart, and let's kind of take a look at where price is right now. And let's kind of fix this here so everyone can see it. There's the massive trade we took this week. Okay, so I'm going to kind of bring in here, and I'm going to start to zone in on where we are at right now. And let's actually jump down to the 5-minute chart. Okay, a little bit cleaner so everybody can see it. Okay, so this is kind of the scenario that we're looking at when it comes to possibly taking a trade. Now, understand that you should only be looking for, right, sell trade for, 15. I'm going to put to 30 points. Okay, that's it. It's Friday. You don't want to get trapped. Okay, you're looking for that somewhere here. Okay, you do not want to get trapped in that particular scenario. We're hoping for a scenario that would happen 10:15. We get a push up, and then we get enough push down to give us this 15 to 30 points. That ideally is what we're looking at. Okay, if you are, let me go ahead and delete this. If you are, stuck, if you are stuck in a sell, let me talk about that real quick, because I know some of you have been messaging me, right? If you are stuck in a sell somewhere down in these areas in here, right, we are not going to get down this far today. I just don't see it, right? Unless there's some type of crazy news or massive sell-off, we're probably not going to see it. So sometimes what's better, depending on your account size, is to just take that loss and then look for a position, a better position up here to mitigate that loss. Because if you lose, 100 points down here, but you're able to grab 15 or 20 at a time, and you take a couple of these trades on the way back down, crude oil will eventually come back down, then, you can begin to mitigate that loss. But if you hold it and you blow your account, then you have nothing to start with. So again, I don't know where people are stuck, but that's kind of how you can look to mitigate your trade there as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back into the full chart here. Okay, and we're going to kind of wait to see what happens with crude oil. If you're watching live, we'll give you an opportunity, and we actually might even turn into another buy opportunity. Okay, if price comes back down to this area, this would be a buy opportunity. So if we happen to come back down into this area, then we might be looking at a quick scalp, because then we're going with the market. Okay, we'd probably be looking at something like this. Let's go here, back here, and we want to put it below this low right here, a very tight stop loss. So we're also looking at this scenario as well. So you're getting a couple of different scenarios to look at. Let me know down in the comments if you are in a buy or if you are in a sell. Let me know down in the comments if you are in a buy or if you are in a sell. And I'm going to go ahead and type that here. Okay, so let me know down in the comments below if you are currently in a buy or are you in a sell with crude oil, so we can kind of get an idea where you are at right now. So we're kind of waiting on this crude oil possible sell opportunity. Again, we will be going against the trend, but we're looking for possibly to grab 15 to 30 points. If you can grab 10, please grab 10, right? That's okay, right? That's okay. So scalp the market and let me know down in the comments where you are at as well. So let's kind of let this kind of play out here. Let's kind of see what is going on with regards to crude oil. Let's see if we can get that push up, and then we'll call out a sell right around that particular mark there. Again, we usually see another push in the market right around that 10:20 to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's see if we can get this to push up in this area, and we are definitely going to have, the opportunity to see that as we move forward. So again, if you have any questions, definitely drop them in the comments because we are going to, definitely look at your comment as well. So we've got Caesar, who's in a buy and a sell, and I think that's a great example. The beauty about trading with a non-US regulated broker, if that's your case, is that you could hedge, right? And that's just another tactic. We will be talking a little bit more about hedging in our members area. So that is a good tactic. Again, another way to mitigate wins and losses could be to hedge on both sides. And that's what the banks do. Okay. The banks will put in 5 million one way, 10 million another way. And when they have enough profits, they take a loss on one end, but they're still making profit. Because if you lose 30 on a sell, but you made 100 on a buy, right? You're up 70 total. That's hedging, right? So that's a good example. We've got Liberty Wolf. Hey, welcome, one of our members. Again, selling in the low 85s. Okay, cool. And again, we should see here what is going to happen. If we look at the price action, right? If we're looking at the price action, let me go back to the chart here, right? We can definitely see, and let me see if I could pick out for some reason, I always lose where this thing is at sometimes. Let's see here. Okay. Either way, let's just grab a channel marker. Let's grab here we go. Okay. So we can see here, right, that we've got this higher high forming, right? We can see it right here. Higher high, higher low. Now we are in the midst of another higher high, right? And I think everybody can see that. So this is why if we get another push down here, might be an opportunity for you to buy some crude oil. Now, the next higher high should happen up in this area, up in here, okay? So again, this will give you an opportunity to maybe grab some points. And again, I am not always 100% correct, as no one is. But again, any type of push up here, right? Even if we don't get to this line, again, understand that zones are areas. They're not an exact line. So again, this is the scenario that we are, let me move this down so everybody can see it. This is the scenario that we are looking for in this area. Okay. So again, we should see another push here soon. And let's kind of see how this, plays out. Again, your goal should be based on your account size. Do not over leverage. Do not over lot size. Okay. So there, again, this is trading today. This is like a bonus for our members area. Again, this is, and I am sharing this on the live sessions. This is an opportunity to see what happens, right? I'm going to tell you what price action is doing here, right? If we don't create another higher high, then we are going to start to fall. Okay. If we don't create another higher high, but we can see here right now, this is the area, right? We did not go above this area. So let's see what happens in this push. If we come back down, then this buy opportunity could be in place, right? We're looking at something like this to happen in this area. Okay, and again, your entry could be, wherever you feel fit, but let's kind of see what happens here. It's 10:06. We should begin to see a movement. Again, we are in the third candle. I'm sorry, we're on the second candle of a 15-minute candle. So if we go over to the 15-minute chart, this is the fresh 10 o'clock candle that's happening here, right? This is the fresh 10 o'clock candle that's happening here. So if we take a look at these wicks, you know what these wicks tell you? They are so greedy that they came back down to grab the liquidity that was pushed here. This big push here, they came back down to grab about 50% of that liquidity. They came back down here to grab almost all of the liquidity of this candle. And now we're seeing the higher high formed that we just talked about. So this higher high should push into this area. And it might be that at 10:15, we get that 1 15-minute candle that reverses. That gives us that 10 to 15 to 20 points that we're looking for. Okay. So again, we are in this 15-minute candle. It might be the next 15-minute candle that pushes up. And then either the 10:15 candle or the 10:30 a.m. candle is what's going to give us that 15 to 30 points. Okay. This candle dropped. Let me leave this here. Let me take a look at something. These candles on the average, right, are dropping. That dropped 38 right there, right? So you can see that 1 15-minute candle can definitely give you, enough scalping opportunity if that's what you're looking to do, because you're in a fresh trade as well. So that's going to be super, super important as well. So again, let's see what happens here in this area. I want to kind of drop back to the 5-minute candle. So now we're seeing this new higher high formed. So let's see what happens here in this particular area. And again, when we get into this area, right, even if you see price push up into the red, that means, hey, that's even better because you're getting a better price point. Okay. And obviously I'm going to make a tight stop because of this. But again, anywhere in here, if you feel that this wick is close enough for you to go into a sell, I think we are going to see some form of a retracement back just based on what's been happening here with the price action. We've been getting at least, one candle, which will be a nice scalping opportunity for some of you that are looking for some extra points on a Friday. And here's our push. Okay, here's our push. And let's kind of see what happens here with the price action. We have about 5 to 6 minutes left on this 15-minute candle, which is 3 of these 5-minute candles, right? So that started the hour. We had a quick push back, and now we're finishing up this 15-minute candle here. So again, taking a look at this area, right in here, is going to be important. So let's see how it plays out. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below, and I'll answer your question on this live bonus session of trading live crude oil. And if you like this kind of stuff, I'll try to incorporate this at least once a week for sure. And it won't be Fridays because, again, I told my whole members yesterday, hey, it's Friday. I'm usually not on the chat. It's my rest day. It's my mental health day added to the weekend. And here I am doing a live show for you guys. But hey, that's what dedication is all about. So again, take a look at this. Let's see how this kind of plays out here. Let's kind of see what happens. And then let's kind of take a look at where we are at here with crude oil. And that's going to be pretty cool there to happen. And let's go ahead and maybe drop a little background music. And let's not do that. Okay, so we're kind of going on here. Let's see what is happening here. Awesome. Don't forget, if you're not a member yet and you want a lot more value, coaching, mentorship, and you want those things, again, we are definitely dropping some massive value inside of our members area. Maybe if we have some members who are live right now, can drop some of the live and some of the positive value that they've been receiving in the comments. That would be awesome and appreciated. Again, for $5. Okay, I make it cheap because I want it to be affordable for everyone. I can really care less about the few bucks, but I wanted to hold you accountable for at least $5 a month. There are channels charging hundreds and thousands of dollars. I want to make this affordable no matter where you are in the world. As we have many people from different countries in my group member, I want to make it affordable for you to come in, jump into our private chat, build camaraderie with other folks. I'm going to be actually be moving this platform as well to something better. I have an app that's being created. And again, for $5 a month, you're going to get massive value. That is a cup of coffee a month. I will guarantee you that you will get your $5 back to pay for your membership. So definitely consider that. And the link is down below in the description area. Okay, so let's kind of get back to the chart. Let's kind of see what's happening with price action. We are in the final 5-minute candle of the 15-minute candle. And again, let me know down below in the comments, maybe even if you took a trade from here, or you're going to try to wait till it goes a little bit higher. Definitely let me know down below, and let's jump in for Caesar wants to do more live trading. Yeah, we'll definitely include that. Again, I'm going to be doing some boosting up of this process here. I plan to move everything to like a third-party type of setup, which is going to be pretty amazing for members area, tutorials, free courses, free videos that you can watch, and all that good stuff. That's being planned as we speak. And my goal is to have all that wrapped up here in the next month or two so we can really head into 2024 strong. So we're seeing price action right now come down. But again, if you did not get in on this scalp opportunity, do not worry. I think we'll see if we don't make a lower low, then we have to make a higher high. Right? So Caesar, I would appreciate it. Appreciate it. The Nutty Professor, great movie. Friday Travel Bucks. Yep. That's funny. Yep. All right, awesome. Do you mainly just do oil? I'm new, curious, natural gas at all? Keep up the good work. And thank you for the live trading. Hey, Bill, thanks. I think I just saw you recently join the members area. That name sounds familiar. I'm trying to catch up on the last 9 or 10 that just popped in the last 48 hours. But if you did, welcome. Yes, so oil is my bread and butter. I will do some analysis on gold, SP 500, and the NASDAQ. And you are now the third person, including Liberty Wolf, who's here right now, who trades natural gas and has been asking for natural gas. I've not traded natural gas, but I can definitely, I've seen the charts, and the charts tend to flow very well. So I will be adding natural gas for those who want to have natural gas. It may be part of the weekly analysis that I do. So I do a Sunday analysis, real in-depth on crude oil. We might be adding natural gas to that as well, or do it as a separate video. So yeah, absolutely. And I appreciate your feedback. Liberty Wolf WTI scalps are going to my 4x4 off-road overland survival and camping rig for my zombie. Yeah. So, okay. We've got Liberty Wolf in that house out from the west coast of the United States. Awesome. All right, Bill, you're welcome. Yeah, we'll definitely add natural gas. For some reason, I didn't realize so many people traded natural gas. And even though I've got a futures account as well that I trade off, as well as my regular Forex account, I saw natural gas and futures and just never got into it. I really wanted to master. When I say master, right? I wanted to get as well versed on one particular setup. That's what my mentors taught me. So I kind of kept it to 3 core, which is oil, NASDAQ, S&P with a little bit of gold. Kind of those are mixed right now, but I'll take a look at natural gas. All right, so we're kind of seeing that price did make a new high, by the way. So don't be fooled that this is not a new high. Even though it's small, this candle made a new high right here. So if we get another push back up, this would be a great opportunity. Again, this is only a 5-point difference. So if you can't get all the way in here, let's see what happens here on this next. So we are now at the 10-15 candle. Okay, we are now forming the new 15-minute candle right here. Okay, that's the view from the 5. Let me show you the view from the 15-minute, right? We're forming the 15. So we finished the last 15 on a doji, which is usually a reversal signal. And we're seeing that, right here. But again, we're on a 15-minute chart. This could reverse for 5 or 6 points, and that's it. Okay, let's see what price action does. Again, no trade is a win sometimes, meaning if you've been waiting for price to come here and it never comes here, oh well, your bank account, your Forex account did not lose any money, right? It's when we get the opportunity, right? Or if we can get price to come all the way back down in this area, then you can possibly look for a continuation up and maybe take the scalp on the way up. So let's kind of see how this plays out here. Let's kind of widen this a little bit to see what is going on. And then again, price action will tell us. And then if we jump over to the 30-minute candle, right, this is where we are at. We are in a doji on the 30-minute candle. So we opened up at 10 o'clock, and this is currently where we're at. We went to this high, and we went to this low. That's what the wicks mean, right? That's the highest point. Price is gone in the last 30 minutes, and that's the lowest point. Price is gone in the last 30 minutes. So we'll kind of see, based on what I see here, right, we have the higher high on the 30-minute, right? I still see price coming up into this area. Okay, I still see price coming a little bit higher if you're looking to get a better entry for a sell scalp. So let's kind of take a look at what it does. Let's take a look. And then lastly, let me just show you the 1 hour, right? The 1 hour is kind of similar to the 30-minute candle and kind of what's happening here. So let's kind of jump all the way back to our 5-minute time frame, which is what I like for my entries. And let's kind of go there and kind of take a look at what is going on. Hey, we got Landon in the house, old school. Landon and I go way back, great family. Hey, Landon, glad you're here catching the bonus live session on my YouTube channel today. So welcome. Again, if you're watching this, you can definitely help me out by just hitting that like button. I would appreciate that, and maybe clicking the share button if you've got other folks that maybe you want to have join you in our community or kind of see what's going on here. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Let me turn off my battery light. Okay, so we're kind of just waiting now, right? This is the thing with, the live sessions when you do them, right? We're on a Friday. We just had FOMC news earlier. We saw some of the markets pop. But again, we're not seeing too much happening right now. I think we will see another movement by 10:30, and we're getting close to that. So maybe the movement's going to come down, which will then give us a buy opportunity, or it's going to go up and give us a sell opportunity. So let's kind of take a look at what's happening there, and we'll kind of go from there and see where we are at when it comes to that. All right, let's take a look at this candle here. And let's see what happens. Let's see where this not 10:15 to 10:30 candle closes. Okay. And we'll kind of take a look at it, as well. We have another comment here. Natural gas is more of a long swing trade with a hedge. Crazy unpredictable. Again, some people don't like the hedge because they don't like to be on both sides of the fence. That's a personal choice. But yeah, I agree. I think WTI, from what I've seen, again, we've been really crushing these zones, as those of you who have been with me for a while have seen over and over, week after week, because I just like those 30 to 40 point zones. Support and resistance hold up very well and gives you a nice place to get in, get out, and just rinse and repeat a couple times a day, and you're good to go. That should be more than enough, right? If you catch, like we did, a 100, 200 point move on crude oil, that could be the month trading for some people. Right. But if you're catching 2 or 3 trades a day of 15, 20 points, and you're sucking up, 15 to 30 points, listen, at some point that's going to be enough. Because even if you're only trading $1, right, that means that you have a small account. If you're making 15, 20 bucks over and over, again, you do the math, right? What $15 a day can do for people, right? Times, all the days of the year trading, you're not going to get that raise at work probably. That's the way you have to look at it. You have to look at it like a percentage. Right? Stop looking at the dollar amount. And if you're growing your account by even 0.004% a day or 0.5% a day, you're still making more than any bank in the United States is going to give you on any checking or savings account. So stop worrying about the dollar and look at the percentages. Okay. So right now on the 5-minute mark, we did not see a new high. Okay. We're price action. And again, this is also good because this type of trade will let us trade with the trend versus trying to get against the trend, right? I want to see a push back down into this area if we are going to take this opportunity right over here. At least there we'll be trading with the trend. I would love it for it to come down to the 50-day moving average in between here. That would be a high probability scalp trade up in this area. Okay, so let's kind of see what happens. Again, this Fibonacci level is acting as a support and resistance, as you can see it here. So as we come down into this area, right, this is where I would look to scalp crude oil in this area right in here as well. Okay, so again, this sell is if price comes up in this area, and this buy here somewhere around this aqua line between the 50 and the aqua line would be a good opportunity to take this opportunity and look for a buying opportunity with crude oil. Okay, awesome. So if anybody else has any questions, we've been live now for 30 minutes. We are going to end this in about, I want the 10:30 hour to get here. I want to see what push is here, and then we'll kind of take a look at what happens. So probably another 15 minutes or so, and then I'll definitely be going out and enjoying the rest of my Friday. So let's see what happens here. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comment area so I can get back to you. Let's see what we got here. Scalping wins with smart risk management. Yep. Great job, Landon. Absolutely. Right. For me, I'm a scalper. I'm not a long-term swing trader. I like to scalp. And again, 2 or 3 scalps a day is more than enough for what I need. Again, trading has been very, very good to me. Built some nice, massive accounts, all by scalping, right? Yes, you got to take a few more trades a day, but I think it also lowers your risk and lets you grow your account. Why people quit on this is because they don't see growth in the accounts month after month, because all they're doing is trying to hit a home run, right? But if you can see that account growth, kind of like if you can see that weight loss, every week you see, even if it's a quarter of a pound, it's progress. Trading takes time. It takes progress. It takes time. Too many people want to come here and make the fast buck. And sadly enough, too many people are selling that it's a fast, quick, rich opportunity, and it is not. Trust me, 7 years in the game, it is not a quick, rich opportunity. You've got to take your time to learn it. Be surrounded in a community of positive people that will hold you accountable and help you grow. That's what makes this fun and enjoyable. Bill, don't mess with natural gas for just me. I'll adapt to you and start paying more attention to oil. You seem to have it perfected. Okay. Well, Bill, no one ever has it. Let me not say no one. I will honestly say there is no perfection here, right? I am not the 1972 Dolphins. Yes, I'm a Dolphins fan. Still waiting for another Super Bowl. So there's nothing perfect. I tend to have a high win rate because of my strategies of scalping and support and resistance. I do most of everything I do is based on support and resistance, and it works for me. But I will never come on a live, on a recorded, and say I'm the best or I'm a perfectionist, because I'm not. I make mistakes as well. But when it comes to crude oil, I have a good pulse for where we're going, for where you should never really get into major trouble if you kind of follow what we're doing with crude oil. Yep, you're welcome. You're welcome. What do we got here? Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, we've been on a great streak with crude oil. Again, just scalps. And if you're brand new here, you'll hear my members tell you over and over what I always say. Right? I always like the first entry to be under leveraged, because if you worry about drawdown, then you definitely want to under leverage. Right? If you're worried about your account, just go under leverage. It gives you an opportunity to see if you're right or wrong. And even if you make less profits, let's say that you were right and you say, oh man, I could have used a higher lot size. At the end of the day, you made profits, right? This market is not your friend. It's not my friend. It's made for the banks and the institutions, right? As retail traders, we are just looking to come in here and take advantage of a $7 trillion market per day. Right. I just want to get my little self, my what I owe, what I want to take. And that's it. That's it. Right. But if you come in here thinking you're going to turn $100 to $10,000, do me a favor. I'm not your guy. Right. I'm not going to flash cars and jewelry and all this. No, I'm going to be humble with you. I'm going to be real with you. And we're going to, faith is very important to me as well. We're going to drive you to success, but we're going to crawl and then we're going to walk. We'll probably never run, because I've been walking for 7 years and it's worked for me. Right. So we'll get you there. Just be patient. Be patient. We send kids to college for 4 years, and yet people want to become Forex master traders in 30 days. Right. So unfortunately, too many people are selling that dream. but that's not the realistic. That's not the realistic dream. Okay, so let's see if we get this. Yeah, let's see if we get this push again in about by 10:30. We should see a push to either direction to give us an opportunity, right? This could be the sell push happening here. And remember, there always is a little bit of a lag when it comes to YouTube Live. So you might be in about a 20-second delay. But we are seeing this push back down now into this area, which is about the 84, 86 area on Trading View. So again, this candle still has 3 minutes to close, right? Let's see what happens. It might be that the 10:30 candle also starts bearish to kind of tell people that are looking at this, oh, sell, sell, sell. And then it's a buying opportunity on the 15-minute mark. So let's take a look at what we are here now. And let's kind of wait for this candle to close and go from there. So we are waiting on this last 15-minute candle. This is the 5-minute view. Let me get back to the 15-minute view. Okay, so here we are. This is the 15-minute candle. If we can get a push back towards the aqua, for me, that would be a good opportunity for you to possibly scalp the points that you're looking for in this particular setup, maybe 10 to 20 points or more. Maybe we can actually go back all the way up here. That would be awesome. So this would be, the area that we are definitely looking for that to happen on the 15. But let's drop back down to the 5 because I think it's easier to take a look there when it comes to that. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Hey, appreciate it. Facts Friday. Yep. Stay humble, stay grateful, and all of you will do awesome. We're going to get you to the finish line. Hopefully you're around long enough to enjoy it. Don't get frustrated. Don't get frustrated. It takes time. Even if you have a $50 in your account, right? Those of you who've been around with me for a while, right? I've taken a couple $100 to several $1,000s, but it was all by scalping. It was all by, getting the percentage in, not getting the dollar amount, getting the percentage in. And we're going to be doing some more members training on growth opportunities that way. Okay, so here's a push. We are seeing a push down right now. We are about 2 minutes out on this 10:30 candle to close. So we are coming down into what I would say a possible buying scalping area because, again, we would be going with the trend, right, which makes it even better. So we are getting down. I like for people to grow their confidence. So somewhere in here would be an opportunity for you to possibly scalp this in here. We got pretty close to the aqua line. I would love for it to come down a little bit further for you. And I want you to tell me once you've done it, if you got into the trade already, what you did. That's the 5-minute view. We can even jump down to the 3-minute view so we can kind of see what is happening here on the 3-minute time frame. So let's see. We just had a pullback on the 3 minutes. We got very close to that aqua line. So let's see what happens here. I think we're going to see some form of a reversal back up, but let's wait until this candle closes. We got about 4 seconds left on this candle, and now we are going to possibly see a pullback on the initial 10:30 candle, which is what we're seeing here, and then we might have continuation up when it comes to this crude oil. So let's see what's happening here, and let's kind of wait to see. Again, any pushback in here, I think would be a great opportunity to take crude oil back up for that 10 to 20 to 30, depending on what you're looking for. No more than that. It's Friday. Don't get trapped type of deal, right? So I'm going to leave it here on the 3-minute candle because, again, this 3-minute candle would have to make a new low all the way down here to change the trend, and I don't see that happening right now. So I think this will be a good opportunity for you to possibly scalp a reversal back up with the trend on crude oil because we did not make a newer low and we did make a higher high on the higher time frames. Don't just be looking at the 3-minute mark, right, on the higher time frames. So let's see what we're doing here. Let me take a look if we have any more comments. Okay, awesome. So we are approaching the area where, in my opinion, it would be a nice scalp for crude oil. We are at 10:31. So we are 1 minute over. Let's see what this 3-minute candle does. And just to give you perspective, this 3-minute candle before, the bullish candle was 20 points. So that could have been your trade right there, meaning that's all you need is one candle. One 3-minute candle of that length can get you, a quick scalp on crude oil. But again, let's let this candle close. That's the problem. If you get into a trade before the candle closes, then it could reverse on you. So let the candle close, which should close in about 1 minute. And then let's see where it's at. I think it's going to push down a little bit more. And then you can look for an entry there at that particular point. Okay, let's see what's happening here with our 3-minute candle. And let me see, I've got some alerts going off. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, so now we've seen 2 wick rejections in this area on a 3-minute candle. Here's price action. We may not go below 84.91, right? So if this candle cannot close there, then maybe this is a good opportunity for some of you to maybe start getting in, but we still have 15 seconds, and there it is. There could be hopefully another last-minute push down into this area here. Again, we're only talking about that's a 2-point difference, right? So right in here, we're coming down here. Okay, here's the next candle, and we are coming down into this area here. And let me know if you decide to get in, and if you do, what price did you get? And again, every broker is going to be a little bit different, so I definitely get that for sure. It's going to be a little bit different when it comes to the broker that you're taking. Okay, cool. So we are now down in that area. If we can get a push near that 50-day moving average, or if you feel good right here, hey, let me take out my phone. I'm actually going to join you on this here. Let's see what we got here. Okay, candles coming back down towards the 50-day moving average. Beautiful, beautiful. I've got 80.46 on my broker, and there's the touch of the 50. And I'm going to go ahead, me personally, and jump in on a 10 to 15 cent scalp. Awesome. I'm now in profit as we're moving up. And let's do beautiful, beautiful. Let's see if we can get that rejection. There's the bounce off the 50 in the area. Awesome. I'm in profit by a few points. And let's see kind of what happens here with the market. So let's see. Somebody had already shorted earlier before. Okay. If you're going to hold on to your short, hold on to your short. This is just a live opportunity to maybe scalp a few points in one direction or another. It is 8:34. So again, the market, the trend on this candle has been obviously bearish, but we're looking to get a bounce near the 50 and possibly take this up 10 to 15 points. If we get it, great. If we don't get it, it's a very low risk opportunity. But again, we would be trading here with the trend versus against the trend, right? So let's see what happens here on this. We are on a 3-minute candle here. We are in that area. I'm at break even, and we'll kind of see what happens here and how this plays out here. Okay, again, manage your risk, manage your stop loss. Okay, if we do drop, then you definitely want to manage it. And again, if we do, break below this orange line, not break, if we close below this orange line, then we have a possibility that the trend could change. All right, so keep that in mind. The trend could change, and that's why I put the stop loss just below the orange line. Okay, just below the orange line, because again, I don't mind risking 10 points. Okay, for me, it would be like a one-on-one risk to reward in that particular case. So let's kind of see what happens here, and then we'll kind of let it play out there. If you have any comments, you can definitely drop them below, and we'll get to you there. Again, this is kind of what we call going with the trend, because the trend is up, right? The big time frame, the trend is up, right? We might just be seeing a 1030 reversal back into these areas, And again, sometimes I'll jump back in down in here and get a better price point unless we have closure down in this area, right? We just could be seeing this movement. Now, keep in mind, this is a 3-minute candle. We're not on the 5-minute chart. We're on the 3-minute chart. And again, some of you who messaged me who took a sell from up here, didn't wait, congratulations. You definitely got your profits in. So congrats to you. Now let's take a look at the 5-minute. Okay, so at the 5-minute, see how the different time frames? At the 5-minute, we're bouncing off the 50-day moving average, right? Where on the 3-minute, we were not. So it all depends on why you have to look at the different types of levels to get that in. So let me kind of bring that over here. Let me zoom this in a little bit, right? Obviously, you know, the 5-minute and the 3-minute are going to vary when it comes to price action, right? When it comes to price, not price, yeah, obviously price action, but the 50-day moving average is going to sit in a different spot. From the 3-minute to the 5-minute to the 15-minute, it's going to sit in a different spot. So that's why it's good to do a multi-time frame analysis and kind of give you the opportunity to look at that from a different perspective. Okay, so the only issue that I see here is that this Fibonacci level, right, could act as a little bit of resistance there. But again, let's see where we are at with regards to price action. Okay, I'm up 2 points just because the market is kind of stalling out. You know, if I can get 10, I'm going to cash out at 10 and call it a day. I usually don't trade on Fridays. I just didn't want to put this out there to you guys and then me not join you on this opportunity. So I'm just putting it in for 10. And if we get 10, we get 10. And if you want more, again, manage your trade as we go here, and that would be awesome. All right, cool. So I'm going to stick around for a few more minutes, and then I've got to go as we see the push off the 50-day moving average as we talked about. And there's our nice push back up to the top side. And I just cleared my trade with a quick 10 ticks. Congratulations. Hey, if you took this trade, let me know in the comments before I go off. I definitely want to congratulate you if you took this trade off the 50-day moving average, as we talked about, price coming down into that area. And again, if this price continues to go up, right? And again, now we're trading with the trend. If we make a new high, then that is the opportunity. Hey, awesome. Hey, I appreciate you. Hey, some of you, by the way, some of you in your members area, make sure that you always check your membership accounts with YouTube. There are a few people that it showed like it did not renew. That could have been a credit card issue or not. And again, I'm not going to have the time to always go in there and look. And that's why I'm going to move to a third-party platform where you'll have to be as a member in that platform to continue to access bonus information. I want to keep it fair, but I also don't want to drive myself crazy. Hey, awesome. Congratulations. Woohoo! We got our buy. And again, this is why, you know, being patient, we waited 30 minutes, right? Trading with the trend. This is really trading with the trend, right? This is more of a riskier, but now your sell may actually come into play. Because if we make a new high, it's going to be somewhere up in here, right? We had this higher high here. See if I can move this, right? And now if it makes a higher high, it has to make it up here somewhere. Okay, that would have to be the bullseye for the new higher high, then maybe another drop back down. So, you know, awesome there. You know, those of you that are holding sells because you got in before this, you know, you may have to be patient, or we may see a dump towards the end of the trading session, right? We don't know that. But again, open buy since, okay, awesome. Looks like Caesar is one of our swing traders, open buy since 81.74. Awesome. Caesar, I would definitely tell you to close your trade by the end of the day. Or if you see that we don't make a new high here, why give up profits? Close it, and then you can always look for re-entry, but it's Friday, man. Take your profits. As soon as I finish this call here, I do my Friday weekly withdrawal from my broker to my bank account. So I reward myself every Friday with some withdrawals. So you should definitely do that as well, so you can see the fruits of your labor. Even if you only withdraw $5, withdraw something. I didn't do that for the first few years. And then I realized why people were telling me it's important to do. It helps your psychological level. If you can at least take $5, right? Now, if you had a losing week, that's okay. Don't withdraw, leave your money in there, right? But when you have a positive week, you should withdraw something uh, to reward yourself, right? You should withdraw something to reward yourself. So let me wrap this up. I'm looking over here at my other monitor. Man, this lady butchered my last haircut. Anyways, hey, thanks for being here. Congratulations to those of you that took either the early sell or definitely the pinpoint accuracy of the buy. I mean, you can get, we just talked about it, right? We had just talked about that 50-day moving average, man. Why that's the only indicator for the most part that I'll put on my charts, because just the bounces are real, man. The bounces are real, and they give you a place to go, right? I wouldn't take a buy from up here. I'd wait to see a retraction down to the 50. Same thing, right? I wouldn't take a buy from up here. We waited and we were patient. So that's what you're going to see in the members area with me, just patience, guidance. And again, when I do have a life, I can't always be in the chats. But again, for $5 a month, I'm going to give you more than enough of a cup of coffee's value. And hopefully you value that and don't take it for granted either. I want, good-minded people here. I don't want selfish people here. I want people that are humble, that are grateful, and people that maybe learn something and help somebody else out at the same time. Or even if you invite somebody else to here, you're doing them a favor, right? I started learning to trade because my oldest son started trading, and I started learning from him. And now he's a major player in the crypto space, traveling the world, doing it. And so, part of our family does that as well. I've got other family members that trade and make extra income in the market as well. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. Let me see if I have any more comments going down. Nope. That's about it. Again, share this video for me. Like this video for me. Keep commenting. And we'll try to do these at least once a week, but probably not on a Friday. Okay, even though today worked out, probably usually on a Friday. My trading plan is that I usually don't trade on Fridays, and we are going to be writing trading plans in the members area in about 2 weeks. I've got some people that told me, hey, I need next week. I'm going to register. I'm going to get started while I build this other platform out to get everybody in there and make it easier as well. As you know, people love to hack Telegram and Discord. So I'm looking to go off to a third party where that will not be the case. You can only log in with your members' login information and have access to the information. So that's where I'm going with this. And it's just because of, unfortunately, all the hacking that happens in these other third party sites like Telegram and Discord for some reason. Okay. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend. Next video will be the Sunday crude oil full video analysis. I hope you'll watch that. Usually that comes out Sundays at 11 a.m. We are in football season. So, as a Dolphins season ticket holder, on those Sundays, I'll be in the Dolphin games, but you always will get your video analysis, usually on Sunday at 11, since I recorded on Saturday, or I might even record it on Saturday and post it on Saturday as well. As a member, you'll get that as well, and a whole bunch of other information. Hey, thanks for watching. Have a good weekend. Take care. Oh, hey, appreciate that. Love the NWA, man. That's an old school group from back in my day. Hey, awesome. Hey, got it. What's the sell limit? The sell limit up here is going to be, I would say, right around that 85.50 area. Okay, you have a gap between 85.60 and 85.45, so somewhere in there. But if we don't make a new high, then we may not reach that high. Okay, if we don't make a new high up here, then we may be starting to trend down. But if we do, again, I would not get into a sell limit this late. It's 10:45. My rule is if I do trade on a Friday, by 11 a.m., I have entered the last trade. So again, it's up to you. But if you do get this push up in this area, 85.50-ish area, 50, then you could look for that. But do not leave a sell limit open on a weekend because let's say that, and this has happened several times, right? You leave a sell limit open and some major oil news happens on the weekend, Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, something is blown up and oil gaps 8 points. Oil gaps to 100. And here you are. It may have opened your sell limit. Okay. So again, don't leave any open trades. I was always told if you leave an open trade for oil, you always leave a buy because there's something bad potentially that can happen on the weekend. But again, don't get into that practice. I got very lucky on one of those. One time I left a buy open. It was an $8 gap. because something had been bombed and the money was ridiculous. As soon as I saw it, I was getting on a plane. I freaked out and I ended up closing my trade. And it was like, wow, it was like, a few $1,000 just by the Sunday market open because something had happened and I had left an open buy trade. Okay, but again, that was luck. I don't recommend that you do that. All right. See you all later.